What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Virzi Effect podcast show. I got to make sure all this shit's going on. Into episode 623. Hold on a second, guys. What's going on here? What do we got? We got that microphone. All right. Hopefully, you guys could hear what's going on with the camera. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing better. I was just running ragged, and yeah, got a little rundown, was running around doing shit, traveling, flew across the country, Seattle. I want to thank all my fans who came out in Seattle. I really appreciate it. I was at Laughs Comedy Club in Seattle, Washington. Had a great time. And yeah, I had to miss last week, and guys, I'm missing next week. So this is going to come out probably, I don't know. It's going to be about 2.5 week thing, and then I'll be back. I was supposed to have a guest from a huge podcast, and the storm in New York knocked his power out. So I'm going to have him on next time. It has nothing to do with comedy. You might not know him at all in the comedy world. You might, but it's crime podcast with a little comedy. I'll give you guys that much. But my boy was going to be on. It was going to be a lot of fun. He just hit me up. We were supposed to do it 8 o'clock Eastern time. And he hit me up. There's big storms here. There's tornado watches where I live. Up here in the woods, there's branches down, power lines down, so all kinds of shit. And it knocked his power out. He's not allowed to be, or he's not going to be able. He's not allowed. It's not that he's going to be. He's not going to be able to do the podcast, and we're not going to be able to talk. And the crazy thing is, and this is what I wanted to talk about, and he will be a guest on the show. He's a host of one of the biggest crime podcasts in the world. Him and his partner sell out theaters doing it, and we happened to go to high school together. He was a year older than me. He would drive me home from high school. We would smoke cigarettes together after the day like assholes when he would drive me home. And he'll be back on. If you could figure it out, you figure it out. I got a lot of stuff going on, guys. Before I get started, though, I want to thank everybody who's coming to the shows. I want to shout out everybody who bought tickets already in Baltimore. If you're in Baltimore, this is a tiny room. This is an intimate room. I'm doing new material. I'm working on new stuff. I'll be at the Port Comedy Club. I think it holds like 100 people. And I'll be there on the 16th and 17th of September in Baltimore. I have not been there. Get tickets and get in there. I'm doing meet and greets, whatever, pictures, cameras, I'll sign whatever. I can't wait to come back to Baltimore after years, even before the pandemic, same as Seattle. So come out to that. Then we're doing Yonkers, my neck of the woods, another very small venue. Like I said, I'm working on stuff and I want to be up close and personal with everybody. I'm doing that. And then at the end of the month of September, I will be at the Great Side Splitters, one of the best clubs in America. Go get tickets. I got more dates coming up. Also, I will give you guys some news. I will be very transparent here on the pod and let you guys know what's going on with the special. I have a special ready to go. And when you have these specials, so many things are out of your control. There's so many things, like this is some inside baseball. You shoot a special, you get that all done, and then a lot of things are out of your control. When is it going to be released and where? Okay, if it goes to this place, how many people are in line? When do you have to wait? I'll give you guys an example. My Comedy Central special, which I shot in 2017 and it came out in 2018, came out almost a year later. My Netflix special came out 9 months after I shot it. And here we are 5.5, almost 6 months from when I shot this one, which I am going to call Reasonable Man. The name of my new special is Paul Virzi, Reasonable Man. I'm excited for you guys to see it. And I just don't know if I want to keep waiting on people. I don't know if I want to keep having, oh, well, there's people, oh, then they're on vacation. Oh, well, then they need to look at it. Oh, well, then we'll see. Or then we got to see when it. I'm really seriously considering, guys, taking matters into my own hands and putting the thing out myself on YouTube for free for the world to see when I want. I'm really considering that. There's some other things, options, but I just don't know what makes sense, and I'm really tired of waiting on things. Tired of waiting on things. I'm tired of having my project, my work in other people's hands when there's something out there where everybody can see it on the internet and just share it and get everything, get everybody out there and internationally. So I'm really considering doing it. I've never done the YouTube play. Uh a lot of great comedians have gained a lot of followers from it and had to, I'll be honest, I've never done it, but I'm really considering doing it with Reasonable. So I will let you guys know, but big announcements are going to come soon. Or we get a phone call next week and it's like, hey, we're gonna how about this though? We got this. I just don't know. I'm getting tired of it. Um, but I can't wait for you guys to see it, and you guys will see it soon, regardless. That much I can tell you. I'm putting a lot more content out there, so please share the content. Please go to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. We're putting more old sets up, old podcast appearances up, and I want you guys to check that out, and please share my YouTube channel because I'm trying to grow. I'm doing this shit myself. I don't care about, nothing's gonna break you unless it's you, as far as like getting views and having people see your special the way that you want it to be seen, and more importantly, when you want it to be seen. Same with clips, same with podcasts. Tell a friend, go to the YouTube thing and hit the subscribe button. Come and see me on the road. Guys, I got to talk about the breakdancing. Okay. I got to talk about the breakdancing. The breakdancing in the Olympics is one of the most unacceptable things I have ever seen. I know we don't do unacceptables because me and Bobby do bone to pick, but look what is sitting in front of me, a TVE, unacceptable. I mean, let's go back old school, unacceptable. I mean, this fucking breakdancing looks like my kids having a tantrum when they were 4 years old when I told them they couldn't get candy. I mean, this looks like somebody having a seizure. It looks like the dance floor of a Jewish wedding. I mean, I have never seen something like this that you could win a gold medal. I'm telling you right now, and I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. Okay? Not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. If you got me hammered, but hammered where I'm still coordinated, like I'm drunk, but I'm not like, "Hey, Stacy, you need to come and pick him up. He can't talk or walk." And I never get like that. I'm not talking drunk like that. I'm talking 5 drinks in, feeling good, maybe 4 drinks in. Maybe I just grabbed my 5th drink. I feel good. I can go and get a bronze in breakdancing next Olympics. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I would be able to do that. I would be able to crawl around on my back, then flip over on my feet, then slowly get on my back and spin my legs and fucking grab the side of my head. I can do that. I'm dead serious. If I had a fucking big studio, I would get down and show you guys. No, I wouldn't. I ever hurt any disc. I probably hurt myself, but you know what I'm saying. Um, it's and I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a lot of these. I haven't watched a lot of these Olympics. I really, I really haven't. Not because of all the controversy and stuff like that. I'm not. I just like. I'll be honest. I now that I think about it, and a lot of people are like, "No way, Summer Games, Summer Games." Now that I think about it, I kind of feel like I'm a Winter Games guy. I don't know why. Maybe it's that. I mean, that long jump, ski long jump is nuts. You know, you know, figure skating is kind of the equivalent to gymnastics in a way, I guess. Um, speed skating is kind of like swimming in a way. I don't know. I just not that I don't like it. I mean, I do like the track and field is pretty cool, but I'm just not into these summer games. I just don't know what it is. I'm not really that into it. But yeah, I mean some of these events though. I mean, is beanbag toss in it? Is cornhole in it? I don't know if cornhole's in it, but uh that's another one. Darts. Dude, you give me 4 years. Here's what I'm competing in the Olympics. Cornhole, you give me 4 years to train with the team. Cornhole, darts, I mean, breakdancing. You give me 4 years of breakdancing based on what I saw. This lady from Australia had a fucking seizure in a jumpsuit. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know? Um, and here's the other thing too. If they do dives where you don't splash, let's add some other events. Let's add some events like cannonball. Let's see who gets the biggest splash. What about belly flop? Gold medal for belly flop. He has a gold medal. It's a white t-shirt with red marks on the front of it. You know, cannonball from different levels. You know, what about the one where you dive off the board, you hold your legs back and you go in head first? Get one of those. Get the fun games. What about this? Jumping into a pool, dunking a basket that's floating in the water. A summer games a pool dunk contest. That's some shit that would be nuts. That would be fun. Do that. If you're going to do this breakdancing thing where adults look like they're having seizures and they're rolling around as a toddler and having a tantrum, then I think you should do these games that I'm talking about. I'm telling you, if they put me on a committee and I had some say, I would come up with some good ones. What else is going on? I'm not getting involved in the politics, man. Now it's when it's get ugly. Now it's when it gets ugly. You got we're coming up mid-August. It's going to be September before you know it. The nasty ads. This one did that. This one did that. Breaking news. This is going to kill their campaign. Breaking news. This is going to kill their campaign. Oh, breaking news. Wait till everybody sees this. It's over for them. Oh, this one's going to kill this one's political career. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. The news, it's just look how many people were at this rally. Oh, that rally was doctor. That's AI. Oh, look how many people were at this rally. It's like I can't I just can't do it. I can't do it. You'll drive yourself nuts doing it. And you know something? I think that all that shit is the division that is ruining our country. I truly believe that, man. Um, I heard a thing of Montel Williams. He said something. And you know what? Not that you should ever listen to Montel Williams to save the world. Although he's a frequent comedy club goer in New York City. But he said he's like, dude, this shit causes civil wars. This is what there was more casualties in a civil war than anything else. We need to fucking calm down and get together and talk to each other and realize that like all the division is killing us. And again, what do I know? I'm a comedian. I tell dick jokes, okay? But united we stand, divided we fall. I'll stand by that forever. And that's just it. But you know, if you're one of these people that really and look, are some candidates better than others? Yes. You know, the one thing that I will say, and I've said the whole time, and nobody's ever going to change my mind about this, is they tried to kill Trump. That wasn't a fucking just an isolated crazy guy that they fuck. You know, now they have body cam footage of the guys being told to stand down. They saw the guy for an hour and 1 minute. They saw the shooter. They saw the assassin for an hour and 1 minute. This is a fact. This isn't me making it up. This is a fact, and both sides have admitted this. They saw this kid for an hour and 1 minute. Then they saw the ladder, the gun, all that shit, and then he missed. And I'm not saying everybody was in on it. I'm not saying that all the government, but there was definitely a small amount of people that knew something, looked the other way, planned something, whatever. And I'm standing by that. There's no fucking way that that's just didn't happen. And that has nothing to do with my political stance. That's what happened. Um, but I'm choosing to really look the other way. I'm choosing to realize that we're all human beings. And even if somebody frustrates me or angers me with what they say, I'm going to try to think about their position, unless they're clearly mentally ill. I mean, I'm not going to talk to somebody that's clearly mentally ill and that can't be talked to. That I won't do. That's something that I won't do. But I'm staying away from this shit. I'm trying to watch sports. I did watch the men's basketball, the last 8 minutes of the men's basketball, because everyone's like, you seeing this shit? Are you seeing this shit? Serbia's beating the United States by, 14, 15 points with 8 minutes left. So then I tuned in and I was watching it. Me and my son were watching it. Steph Curry came up really big. And there just got to a point in the game where I'm like, I just can't see the United States losing this. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. They can, but then I was like, nah, they can't. You ever watch a game and you're like, oh, there's no way this is what's going to happen. And that's kind of how I felt watching watching it. So anyway, um, yeah, I mean, I'm not falling for it this time, people. Don't fall for it. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't fall for it. You're gonna have people say things, it's gonna get nuts. I just want it to be over so we could move on. I'll get one or two jokes out of it, do them on stage, and move on. And that's it. And that's what I suggest all of you people do. All right. Um, Now I say that and things pop up on my phone, and I'm gonna be like, my problem is not getting into the conspiracies. Cause I mean, I read one conspiracy, I'm like, holy shit. You know, I mean, and this whole boxing situation is it a man, is it a woman fighting in a woman's thing? And I'm just like, and everybody fucking under the sun did that joke of well, she's Italian, she's been hit by an Italian man before. I mean, everybody's done that joke. I don't know. I feel like an old man saying, can we just get back to simpler times? I'll tell you what, by the way, man, rest in peace. My heart goes out to all of the victims and the families of the victims. Oh man, of that plane crash in Brazil today, that the plane fell out of the sky. I think it claimed the lives of 62 human beings, man, and it's horrible. And yeah, man, that's I swear to God, like I'm really like thinking about something, and I wanted to talk about this on the show. It's hard because my job is like a lot of times is social media. Like I was saying before, at the beginning, everything is internet now. The whole world is internet. I think it's safe to say the majority of the people listening to this right now look at their phone and watch their phone and listen to things like this on their phone more than they're watching the actual TV, right? Unless you're into a certain show, which a lot of people are, you're not watching it, on TV. You're looking at this, you're scrolling all the time. And I noticed that A, my vision gets worse when I watch my phone all the time. And B, putting my phone down for hours and hours at a time, I'm just a happier person. I'm a happier human being, and I feel like that's how life should be. And I'm seriously considering, you know, doing something about that and watching my phone less. Putting content out. Like now I put content out, I don't look anymore. I don't care, you know. And that's why I was saying, that's why I'm thinking about putting my special on YouTube, because I can put my special on YouTube and be done with it, put clips out and be done with it, and leave it to the public and let people watch and enjoy. Hopefully, I give them joy. They laugh, they like my jokes, and that's it. And instead of being buried in the phone, because when you're buried in your phone, dude, it is this person's trying to ruin the country, that person's trying to ruin the country. You see mental illness. I saw a guy that was dressed in a monkey suit that was rainbow and a dildo hanging off his dick. Just what? I mean, I'm watching shit that's like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like this guy's just walking around with like a dildo dick hanging out. He's in a rainbow monkey suit jumping around. You know, this dude punched a cop in the face. Another cop kicked the shit out of the guy that did it and his ass was out. I mean, people are jerking off in the streets. I mean, what the fuck is going on? So now I'm like, let me put the phone down. Let me play fucking Scrabble with somebody. Let's sit down, pour some drinks, and play cards. Let's do that shit. Okay? I don't want to hear about how mean Donald Trump is. I don't want to hear how Kamala Harris is this. I don't want to hear how fucking the country is this and that. Like, it's getting to the point where it's just nuts, man. And if I could make one person's life better on this fucking podcast to say, put the fucking phone away, man. I'm seriously going to try to do that. They say if you could put the phone down like after dinner and just not look at it, or like after dinner and then right before you go to bed, just do a quick look. And then like, I'm starting to do that shit, man. I'm done with this shit, dude. I'm going away. Okay. There will not be a podcast next week. So you guys will have, so this will come out probably tomorrow, which is Saturday the 10th. This is either coming out Saturday the 10th or Monday the 12th, whatever. And then I'm not doing it until the middle of the week after. All right. So this will be the last one. I was supposed to have my boy on, and that didn't work out. Hopefully I'll get him on the next one. We'll work something like that out. I'm also getting Ryan Sickler is going to come on because people love me and Sick together. So me and Ryan Sickler will be on the show. But I wanted to just get there and talk to you guys and say, you know what, man? I know some of you guys are going to be like, man, Virzi's corny on this one. Virzi's fucking, I want Virzi to go in. Nah, man, enjoy the rest of your summer with your family. Enjoy, man. Enjoy every second you can and stay away from negative shit. Walk down the street with a fucking ice cream cone and look at a tree. I'm serious. I know that sounds nuts, but that's what it is, dude. Because if you go down this rabbit hole that I almost went down, if you go down this thing, man, all it's going to do is anger you. All it's going to do is anger you, and you're going to say some shit, and then somebody else is going to say some shit back, and everybody's all fucking going to get mad, and then you're going to either lose a friend or have an argument with somebody that you care about, or you're going to go too far, or they're going to go too far. It's like, I can't do it, man. I can't fucking do it, you know? And then the shit that gets me is when I start hearing things about like involved with kids. And I'm not saying any of it's true or not true, or if it is true, but when I hear like, oh, did you hear about that politician? That politician thinks it's okay for kids. I can't listen to that because for me, anything that is any kind of bad for kids or takes their innocence away, I get so crazy. I'm just like, people need to die. I can't even think about that, you know? And again, I I'm like, what's the cure for this? You know? And I'm just talking real here, guys. I hope I'm not boring you. If I am, I'm sorry. But what's the cure for this? Okay? Because you could just anywhere you turn, there's really not a voice of reason. I'll be honest with you, kind of a voice of reason. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? But when it comes to big media like Joe Rogan, when you listen, he may be right or he may be wrong about things, but he seems open-minded and willing to talk about it, and you can correct him on something. And it's not, I know people can say, oh, Paul, what about the vaccine? I'm not talking about the vaccine. I'm talking about with stuff that's going on now. It seems like it's normal. And oh, what's Virzi trying to get on Rogan? I already did Rogan. It's not about that. It said he seemed like a reasonable person that can be talked to, you know? You listen to Alex Jones, you want to fucking, you're like, oh, I got to get guns. They're coming from my family. I got to, listen to that. You turn on Fox, you're like, what the fuck are they doing? You turn on CNN, what the fuck is going on? It's like you can't, it's something where I'm like, what's the remedy? And I really think the remedy is fucking getting away from it. Getting away from the small mobs that in your mind you think are big mobs. And nothing is what it seems. Let me say that. Nothing is what it seems. Okay? I'll tell you guys something. You want to know the truth? The truth is, okay, and this is something I heard when Netflix said they had a bunch of people, hundreds of people walk out after Chappelle's special. I got some insider information that's not true. As a matter of fact, it was people working remotely, and it was like a couple dozen people, if that. So the camera shows a group, and they say hundreds. You understand? Camera shows a group, they say hundreds. So, nothing is what it seems. Oh, this one's leading in the polls. That one's leading in the poll. Oh, the world. No. Put a puzzle together and have a fucking Bloody Mary. That's what I'm doing. I'm not joking, dude. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm not going to do the shit. And if that means that the shit I talk about is boring, then that means the shit I talk about is boring. Don't worry. I'm going to get guests on. As much as you guys like me alone, the guests do better numbers. You know what I'm saying? So if you like me alone, tell your friends to listen to me alone, but the guests do better numbers. And I'm just like, I'm at the point now, man, where like my wife was just shaking her head going, what the fuck is going on in this world right now? And it's so true. I got kids too. If you got kids in this shit, I'm glad my kids are, no, I mean, I still have kids. My kids are still young. They're at a grade school, but it's still they're still young, but it's not, thank God. I mean, if I had a kid going into first or second grade, I don't know what shit's going to look like in the next fucking 7 years. I want to be out here. I want to be up here. And that's why I'm going to just be up here talking about sneakers, talk about movies, talk about breakdancing in the Olympics, which is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. Fun shit like that. That's what I'm going to talk about. But if I see something real, I'm obviously going to talk about it. Like they tried to assassinate Trump. I mean, what are we talking about here? That happened. You guys know I have my conspiracy theories. Don't get me wrong. In the privacy of my, private company and friends, yeah, of course I'm going to maybe, you know, say my opinion over a drink. But I'm talking about this fucking thing is no good, dude. Look, I'll go on it right now. I'm gonna go on it right now, and I'm gonna do the test on the Virzi effect right now. What should I do? Should I go to Instagram or Facebook? I'll go to Twitter. I'll go to X. Ready here? Well, let's see what X says. I'll go to the first thing X says. Okay, here we go. First thing. And I don't know what this is, but this just says breaking. Several emergency vehicles just pulled up outside the White House gates. Multiple entrances now closed per reporters. Oh boy, who knows what that means? Okay. The ratings are soaring. Okay, that's what that one says. Here's this one. Ready? This is the size of Kamala Harris's crowd in Arizona. Can anybody explain why she's become so popular? See, there you go. Then this one. Fuck Kamala in Montana, and they put cum, C-U-M. That's one thing I saw. Oh, here we go. What is this one? Let's see, made it to the Trump rally in Bozeman, Montana, and it says, I guess they're saying it's empty, whatever. Oh, here we go. We hold the Senate seat. Okay, then then there's a racial thing here. Then there's another Kamala Harris thing here. Oh boy, then there's Stephen Baldwin crying. All right, I'm going to stop there. Okay, so all that shit, and then it ended with Stephen Baldwin with tears in his eyes. Guys, was there one puppy? Let's see. Let's go to the actually, I'm gonna scroll to the first nice thing. So we did all those. Okay, that made me feel good. New York Giants, Malik Neighbors is always open. Okay, that made me feel good. There you go. So it took all of those things to realize that the Giants drafted one of the best wide receivers in the game, and that made me feel that made me feel much better. But yeah, man, I just I had an epiphany, you know. Um, I'm a guy, early 40s. I'm not up there yet. I'm a middle-aged dude. Okay. I'm a middle-aged dude, good shape though. You know what I mean? Fucking run work. I mean, look, you know what I mean? But I'm at a point in my life where it's like enjoy life because none of this shit is gonna matter when you're old and knock on wood, your grandkids are looking at you around your fucking bed when it's your time, you know? You guys want to hear a great story is and I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before, but Rodney Dangerfield, the late great Rodney Dangerfield, who I saw at Radio City Music Hall as a young man. I was sitting on my dad's lap in there, and I ended up falling asleep. But I was there as a young boy, and Rodney Dangerfield. I read his autobiography. I think I told you guys if you're a fan, if you listen to the show for a while. But Rodney Dangerfield wrote a book, and my wife bought it for me, and I was like in my mid 20s. This is like 20 years ago and 18 years ago, whatever it was, and I couldn't get off the couch, and I just kept reading and just kept reading and kept reading and kept reading. And I was like, man, he's gonna be down the street, like in Manhattan, not far. Maybe I'll go and get a book signing and meet him. And unfortunately, he passed away. But in that book, in that autobiography, he said his dad's last words, and his dad was a comedian. His real name is Jacob Cohen, by the way. But his dad's last words were, "It's all bullshit." And that's so powerful because what he's saying at the end of his fucking life, man, what he's saying is you go through all this shit, you get mad, you get angry, you get manipulated, people do this, people do that, you get your feelings hurt, you feel great about something, you feel bad about something, all in between, all that shit. And at the end of the day, it's all bullshit. So what does that tell you? Just fucking put it this way. Okay. And again, I guess what the fuck, Virzi? What is this? The feel good podcast of the year? Fine. Take it how you want to take it. But know this right now. There's two people in a bar right now in the United States of America, right fucking now, as I'm talking to you people here, you great TVE fans, okay? There's two people in a bar right now screaming at each other with a beer in their hand, almost getting physical with one another in a bad way, arguing who has bigger crowds at their rallies, Trump or Kamala Harris. That's going on right now. That's how fucking nuts it is right now. There's somebody screaming in each other's face going, "What's a woman? What's a man?" It doesn't matter. I don't wanna be a part of that shit anymore. I don't, not that I was, but, like, I just don't have it because, A, if somebody's gonna go that hard with something, you're not changing any minds regardless of what you believe. You're either gonna be on the same side as somebody like-minded, or you're gonna just piss somebody off who's not like-minded and get nowhere. Fuck it. It's all bullshit. Make yourself a sandwich. Okay? Get a portable hot tub or whatever the fuck it is. I'll tell you what I got. You guys want to know something? We'll shift gears here. This is a game changer. They are not a sponsor. I should actually get a sponsor of this. But the single sauna. My wife got me a sauna steam box, the single ones that you guys see the ads for all the time. Some of them come with the ice bath now, but I just got the sauna. This thing gets to like 160 degrees. Okay. You sit in it for 20 to 30 minutes. If you do that 3 times a week, it reduces your chance of cardiac arrest by like 51%. All these unbelievable benefits. You get your heart going. It's like you worked out without having to do the exercise. All of the impurities come out of you. All the toxins come out of you. You sleep better. You're less stressed. Everything is just better. And I did that. And I got to tell you, man, I feel way better. I lost weight. Um, I was fighting a cold that never turned into anything because I was just like, you know, just sweating, staying active, doing the right shit, and that thing really did it. So if you need something, if anybody in there and it's like, oh man, some people are like, oh, I get boxing gloves, I hit a bag, or this and that. Get the steam box, get a sauna, the single ones, dude. You could get them for like $200. It takes not even 10 minutes to put together. It's just the metal bars that stick into the plastic thing that secures them. They go across, they go up. There's a tarp that goes over it, a zipper. Then there's a little machine that you plug in next to the tube that goes into the fucking tent or whatever it is. And you got your hot steam and you're sweating your balls off. There's a place for you to put your phone, listen to your music, and you close your eyes, you meditate. They're not paying me. I didn't even mention a company name, but I got one and it helps. I'm all about that shit now. If you guys thought Paul Virzi was chill and laid back and even keeled before, I'm going to another level. And I can't do it with weed. I know some of you guys listening go, man, fucking take it. Dude, I took an edible the other night. I was fucking wasted. I took a chunk of an edible and I was out of my mind. And not even a big part. I was gone. My wife's like, what are you doing? I was fucking, my eyes were bugged out. I was exhausted the next day. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys smoke the weed all day, take the edibles all day. I just cannot do it. Um, but I'm all about that, man. I'm all about when it is downtime, don't do that. My wife said to me this, she goes, you're always on the phone. She goes, you're always on the phone. She goes, you need to stop. And I was reading things and I'm going, this is fucking, you believe this shit? Listen to this shit going on. And she's just like, is that even true? And then sometimes you're like, oh, wait, this got debunked. It's like, and I don't want to be the asshole who gets all riled up and then goes on a podcast and says something that's not. That happened to me on Jim and Sam. I said something on Jim and Sam and they're like, yeah, Paul, that photo's not real. It was completely doctored. And I'm sitting there like an asshole going, are you sure? And they were like, yeah, and it was actually a bad doctoring of the thing. It was like bad photoshopping. And I just sat there like a dickhead. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm watching the fucking breakdancing championship, breakdancing gold medal. I got to see who wins gold for breakdancing though. And guys, I know I was going to do the questions. I'm going to get the questions. What was it? Questions for TVE at gmail.com. I think that's where it was. I'm going to answer those next week. If you guys sent any or whatever. But yeah, I want to let you guys know what's going on. I'm going away. I'm going to the beach like I do every August. I'm going to just go decompress for a while and think of my next plan to take over the world. I'm going to relax. I'm going to be with my children. I'm going to be with the people that matter to me most. And that's what matters to me most. What movie and who said it? Put that in the YouTube comments. If you get that, and I'm only doing it that one time. But if you get that movie and who did it, what movie and who said it? Um but anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I get back in around August 20th, and then there'll be another Virzi effect, and then we'll get these guests in there. Thank you guys I know that it's been inconsistent a little bit this month, just with everything going on. The Reasonable Man special will be coming out, and I'm just doing the shit. I think I'm doing the shit myself. I saw my boy Akash Singh do it. Sal Vulcano did it. A bunch of comics did it. And you know what? It's there for free for everybody. And I just don't want to wait on people. And I don't want to have people have to look at it and dissect my shit and tell me what they think or what they like. And if they like it, if they don't like it. We like it. My team likes it. My agent, who I respect so much and love so much, said it's my best work yet. The material's the best I've ever done. And he's fucking one of the heads of the biggest agencies out there. He's been doing it forever, and I really means a lot to me. I'm just gonna put this shit out. I will let you guys know when it's coming out, but it'll be soon. It'll be probably in September. The special should be coming out, but all of those announcements will be coming out soon. Um, Come and see me. I will give you guys the dates right now. How about that? Think I care? I'll give you guys the dates while I'm on. I got no Andrew Themlis. I got nobody right now. Let's see here. Let's see. Is it on my thing? No, it's not. But I'll give it to you. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here we go. You ready? If you guys want to see me, September. Oh, I messed up before. I said 16th and 17th. September 13 and 14. Port Comedy Club, September 13 and 14, Baltimore Port Comedy Club. Yonkers Comedy Club, September 2021, in New York. Tampa, Florida, Side Splitters, September 26th to the 28th. Levittown, Long Island, October 18th and 19th. You could check that out. Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I'll be there. Uncle Vinny's the 1st and 2nd of November. November 11th, my birthday, Munich, Germany, guys. I will be there. And November 22nd and 23rd, right now, I will be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island. More dates are coming. More announcements are coming. Come and check me out. And yeah, I hope I wasn't too Mr. Positive on this shit. Okay. But I'm trying to make a change for me, which will help me mentally. And obviously, when I talk to you guys, I want to make a change and help you guys. Okay. I see what's going on in the world, and I see kind of this awful pattern. And it really sucks when you keep hearing things like civil war. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but like the way people are so visceral towards each other and the way people are so angry online towards each other, I just could never remember this. Um, my mother was telling me that some relatives, distant relatives of ours, that are siblings and love each other are hanging up on each other all the time because of all this shit going on, because of politics. Because one is one way and one is the other way. And it's like, no, you know, I mean, as crazy as this is to sound, you see like a tragedy, like you like a car flew into a building and you're like, oh, at least it's not politics. I hope the people lived. Like that's how fucked up things have gotten. So, anyway, guys, I I hope I hope you guys are well, and I hope you guys enjoy and put down the phone for a little bit. Let me know. Let me know if you tested it. Let me know if you did it. Oh, let's do a top five. Let's do a top five before I get out of here. How about that? All right. I think I did the top. We did the top five mob movies, right? I think it was Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Goodfellas. What were the other ones? Well, then that's just up for discussion. There's like just a couple of other ones where you're like, that's okay. I saw somebody did the top five baseball movies and they left out Major League, which is clearly, they did like Field of Dreams and Sandlot and all that. But I think I think Major League, the original with Sheen and Wesley Snipes and Tom Brown, like that's got to be up there. But let's do and we did the top five. I think I told you my top five sneakers were Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s, Air Max 1s. I mean the original Jordan 1s, like when they came out. I just don't like wearing them now. I think Air Force Ones. So you got Jordan 3, you got Jordan 1, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, Air Max 1, Air Force One, I think are top five sneakers of all time, or at least if you go Nike and Jordan, right? I think that's safe to say. And then I wanted to do, what was the other one that I wanted to do? I wanted to do top five. Oh, top five pants. Okay. Top five pants. Okay. You got, of course, jeans. right? You got jeans, right? You got, I like corduroys back in the day. I hope they come back. Corduroys were the shit. So you got jeans, you got corduroys, you got khakis, but they got to be the right. But then I like the you know those, I don't know how to say it, not like windbreaker ones, but like the everyday that taper down that have pockets that you could play golf in. I don't know what those are called, but those and then sweatpants. So those are the five. If I'm missing one, and I guess people are gonna be like, well, Paul, how's that top five? But like, I don't know. Some people like, some people would say suit pants. A lot of people wear suit pants all the day, all the time. Some people could say something else, but I guess I should be more specific. Like I like certain type of, like, I don't like the big baggy sweatpants. I like the nice, you know, but I would say top five pants to wear. Okay. I know this is a weird one, but I just like doing these. Uh, so if you guys think of like funny ones, you can let me know. But I like uh uh corduroys, regular blue jeans, um khakis, but not Pete Carroll khakis, not old man khakis, like more like Snoop Dogg khakis. Does that make sense? And then sweatpants, and then the I don't know the name of the other one, but I will tell you, I'm starting to enjoy a nice suit. Um, but the top five things are fun, or like even the top threes. I think I should probably do top threes because fives leaves it for argument. When you go top threes, you can't you can't argue a top three. You could argue a top five. You can't really argue a top three, in my opinion, right? Like if I was to say top three defensive players in football history, right? If I was to say top three, Lawrence Taylor has to be there. If you don't say Lawrence Taylor, you haven't paid attention to football. Okay. So that's definitely one. Definitely. I don't know, Ray Lewis, Dick Butkus, Hollywood Henderson. There's a few, but I think you would have to say in that one, if anybody says that Lawrence Taylor's not in that, I just don't know. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Giants fan. That's just what it is. Okay. Greatest basketball player of all time. This is so arguable that it's not even worth it, but you have to say Michael Jordan's in the top three. I mean, I know he's number one. And if you know anything, you know he's number one, but he has to be. Like, I don't like these people who are like, I don't even have him in my fucking top. It's like, I mean, that's nuts. That's nuts, you know? But it's tough because people have different eras. Major League Baseball, look it up, go to Cooperstown, go to the Hall of Fame. You cannot have a top anything if Babe Ruth is not. I do not want to talk to you if Babe Ruth is not in your top three. I know where he stands with me. With me, it's one. There's Babe Ruth. There's everybody else. You guys know, we've had unbelievable arguments about it. If you look at what he's done, it's the craziest statistics of all time. Um, and the whole thing about, well, now that doesn't compare. And I'll tell you why. And I know I just went from talking tops to getting off onto a tangent, but you know what? This is the Virzi effect. It's been a while. I'm talking to you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. They did the difference of track and field speeds from 1924 to these games. And you know what the difference was? Think of the time. Guess how many miles per hour? Guess how many seconds? The difference is when they didn't have the proper cleats, they didn't have they did not have the supplements of today. They did not have the treatments of today. They did not have the doctors of today. None of that stuff. From 1924 till today. Okay. I mean, it would look like honestly, it looked like my grandfather and his friends running in a backyard. Do you know what the time difference was? 0.81. Less than 1 second difference with the cleats, with the fucking supplements, with everything. It's almost identical. These guys are running in the dirt. You know that stopper on your foot that you like line up in and your foot is against? They had to dig their foot into like a crevice and have the dirt behind the foot before they took off to give them leverage to go. That's what they did instead of having these metal things that go and all that shit. 0.81 seconds, not even 1 second. So this idea that a player is not going to adapt. No, no, no. If you took Babe Ruth and he had access to what everybody has now, he would be Babe Ruth now, and everybody else would be what they are now. The same way if you took somebody from the and they went back to it doesn't eras is just everybody has access to the same shit, but what is their ability? I hope that made some sort of sense, but that's how I feel about it. You know, I just so when you look at these things and you were like, oh, the dream team would have done this or the dream team would have done that. It's all fucking relative. It's all relative. Okay. The best is the best. You know, that's why it was Montana for so long until it was Brady. You know, the years, even though it's like, oh, back then, I will say they hit harder now. It could have gotten more dangerous, but the time difference doesn't matter as far as ability at that time that everybody was on the same plane, so to speak. There was another top five that I thought was funny. You know, it's a good one. Top five animals to have as pets. You can't dispute, dog and cat. Dog and cat's 1 and 2. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be like, oh, I don't even have cats. If you don't, let me tell you something right now. If you don't have, I'm serious about this. If you don't have cat and dog in the top 5 pets to own in your home, in your top 3 or 5, do not listen to me anymore. We can't fuck. Like, no, I go snake, gerbil, fuck that. All right. And I don't want to say fuck a ferret. And that sounds really weird and sexual, but I'm not with that shit. My daughter's got a guinea pig. Look, it's got to be cat, dog. I'm going to tell you a sleeper in this one that I think is in the top 5. It's got to be bird. It's got to be bird. The thing will fucking talk to you, say goodbye. It's got to be bird. You know what I mean? It just, in my opinion, it's got to be bird. Cat, dog, bird. Not a rabbit. I had a friend who had a rabbit. The thing was shitting all over the house. Cat, dog, bird. I'll go hamster or guinea pig. One of those rodents would be 4. And then 5, I would say for me, because I had one, wouldn't be a snake, but it would be a lizard. I had an iguana. But lizards are cool. The geckos are cool. The thing with the eye, that's a cool one too. But that's actually a good one because some people love snakes. Some people are like nuts. They got foxes and shit. So, they say if you get a skunk de-skunked, they're great. That's nuts. All right, guys, I'm going off on a tangent here. I had a lot of energy on this one, and I love you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see my new special. I think I'm going fucking solo on this one. I think I'm going independent. I think I'm just going to put it out and have you guys share it. I will let you guys know that's where I'm leaning right now. And I think that's the play. And I'll tell you guys something before I sign off. After I did this special, Reasonable Man, I thought to myself, I was like, the only thing I never did was do something on my terms. I never did anything in this business that wasn't waiting for executives to give me an answer, hoping that this would happen, hoping that that would happen. I never did my shit myself. I was at the mercy of Comedy Central. I was at the mercy of Netflix. I'm at the mercy of all these people that would look at it now or try to like it, or maybe, well, this one doesn't like it, but maybe we'll go to this. I'd be at the mercy of that again. And I just think that doing it my way and putting out my shit, my clips when I want, all me, being the boss of it. I put my own money up for it. This one was all paid for by me, so it's kind of fitting to just do it myself and market it my way and see what happens with me. And I think that that's what I'm going to do. If anything changes over the next couple weeks, I'll let you know. But none of this, guys, none of this can happen if you guys aren't who you are, listening to me and telling your friends about me, and listening to me on the Bone to Pick podcast with Bobby Kelly. Yes, me and Bill Burr will be picking games for BetMGM again in the next couple of weeks, so you guys could check that out. But I wholeheartedly, I do this for you. I do this for you. I do this to bring you joy. I hope it brings you joy. I want you guys to be happy and enjoy your lives. And if I could do anything to improve that, that's why I got into this business. Um, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you. I can't tell you guys how much I want you to come out to my shows and meet me and come up to me and tell me you listen to the Virzi Effect. I want to give a pound and a hug to you because you people are what keep me going, and make it make sense and make it worth it, and let me know that there's meaningful shit to this. I love what I do, don't get me wrong, and I do it at a high level. I mean, I hope so. I think I've been doing this long enough, and things have gone well. Um, but you know, I watching somebody cry, laugh, and come up to me, it means everything. When I was in Seattle, I was doing this trans joke, and there was a trans person in the front, and I called him a guy, and he's like, "I'm not a guy." And I went back to my joke and did a callback, and he was sitting next to this Afghani guy with a big beard. This Afghani guy looked like a fucking like a dude's dude, and he was Afghani. He had tattoos everywhere, a big beard under a mask. And I just started going into an impression of him as like a terrorist running the sex escapades that these people were going to have in their bedroom, and like they're all crying, laughing. Didn't matter about transgender, it didn't matter, none of that shit mattered. It was just in the room at the moment, laughing at that time. That's what I do this for, and that's also why I get on here and I talk shit about fucking Olympic breakdancing or whatever it is. So it's because of you guys. And please spread the word. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. That's all I ask, man. I'm not asking for money. This isn't a Patreon. Just go to my YouTube, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, come see me at a show. I will let you guys know when the next special will be coming out, and come and see me next stop in September, which will be Baltimore, Yonkers, New York, and Tampa, Florida. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys when I get back from my vacation. This should be out in the next couple of days. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Take care. Go USA.